On Monday, August 9, 2020, a magnitude 5.1 earthquake shook the small town of Sparta, North Carolina. Although this area has seen plenty of earthquakes in the past, one of this size hasn't occurred in the area in over 100 years. Hi, I'm Allie Sealander with UTD Geonews, and today we're going to talk about this intriguing earthquake and the geologic history that led up to it, beginning about 300 million years ago. An earthquake's focal mechanism solution gives us information about the type of fault that slipped and caused the quake. They can be compressional, extensional, or strike-slip. The focal mechanism solution for the Sparta earthquake shows us that this earthquake was caused by compression. In other words, the crust on one side of the fault moved upwards, producing the seismic waves that were felt several miles away. This is a map that shows all of the earthquakes with a magnitude 4.5 or greater that have occurred in the last 30 days. We can see that most of the earthquakes occur on red lines, which represent tectonic plate boundaries. This makes sense. Earthquakes happen on faults, and there is no better place to get the type of compression, extension, or strike-slip motion that produces faults than at the margins of tectonic plates, where continents are colliding, drifting apart, and sliding past each other. But you may have noticed this dot right in the middle of the eastern United States. This is the Sparta earthquake, and it's thousands of miles away from the nearest plate margin. So why on earth are we seeing an earthquake here? Geoscientists call these events interplay earthquakes, and what causes them can sometimes be quite the mystery. To figure this one out, we need to go back in time hundreds of millions of years, when the Earth was very different. North America was part of a different continent called Laurentia, while Africa was part of the southern supercontinent of Gondwana. For hundreds of millions of years, these two supercontinents were on a path to collide, and around 300 million years ago, they did, creating the even bigger supercontinent of Pangaea. This collision caused a bunch of compressional faulting in the area and built the Appalachian Mountains, which lie just to the west of the Sparta earthquake. Pangaea lasted about 120 million years, until different tectonic forces caused it to split apart and open the Atlantic Ocean. And much like any failed relationship, the east coast of the US has held on to a bit of a grudge. Even though the area is now nowhere near a plate margin, the collision that occurred here 300 million years ago has left it deformed, with plenty of old faults ready to slip and cause an earthquake. It was likely one of the motions on these old grudge-type faults that caused the Sparta earthquake. Thank you for watching this episode of UTD Geonews, and I'll see you next time.